G'day ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Draw with Jazza. I'm Jazza, and today I'm going to be doing a character design session where I take the requests and voting of the Twitch chat and create a character. Today they gave me a bunch of different suggestions for a character type and a profession, and they are voting on them, and the results are I will be drawing a demon who has a profession as a assassin. So without further ado, I'm going to jump into designing the character. I divide the stages of character design into 4 parts. The first being discovery, which involves research and just looking up image references, which I sort of do on Google as I sketch up some images. And that sketch up phase of brainstorming and playing around with what sticks is that design step, which is step 2. Then later on, we'll move on to step 3, which is developing that design. And then step 4 is delivering a final concept piece, which is what we'll finish off with today. Now, to be honest, when Demon Assassin was the decided character, the first thing that came to mind was a big, tough demon dude with weapons and stuff. So I thought I'd break away from my initial inclination and draw a female assassin. And then, of course, the first thing that comes to mind is a sexy, demonic assassin, succubus-like chick. And I thought, you know what, if I'm breaking my impressions and instincts, I should go in a different direction. So in this construction phase, I actually started playing around with really old and overweight female demon assassins and thought it might be fun to try and make that look epic and cool and demonic. As far as references in the discovery phase, I played around with ideas like Ursula from The Little Mermaid, as well as Oogie Boogie from Nightmare Before Christmas, and then also looked at a whole bunch of things from like the Diablo series and a whole bunch of other demon designs. Once I found a face that I was happy with, I started to play around with different body types, and in particular, different poses and costumes that I thought would work with the character. Again, my initial inclination was to do someone who was a magic user or was wearing robes or something like that, and I thought, you know what, I'm gonna keep that sexy demon assassin feel with the witchblade-like bra and give her weapons and claws and make her really a melee, hands-on, visceral demon assassin lady. So once I was happy with the rough design concept, I jumped over to a piece of card. I actually use Express-It blending card, which works really well with Copic markers. When I started to refine the details, I actually started drawing the head again from scratch because I started drawing it a bit too small, and I wanted the head to face directly to the viewer of the artwork and have a really extreme and uncanny, eerie expression. I tried really hard to make sure that the body really felt physical, that the fat and muscles and real heaviness of the size of this character was portrayed through the motion that she was holding. Once I was happy with that, I moved on to line work, and this is where things started to really jump out, and I really felt like I went in the right direction with this demon assassin design. I worked over the whole piece in a 0.2 fine liner, and then with shading and with finer lines like the blood and some of the texture on the skin, I used a 0.1 fine liner. If you're using fine liners and you intend to color with alcohol-based markers, it's always important to test before you actually do that on your piece, because you don't want to smudge the ink of the pen with the alcohol-based markers. When the line work was done and I had erased the construction, I went then to a testing piece of paper and played around with color schemes. I knew I wanted to work with a really rich sort of violet-y purple for the skin, so I found colors that worked with that for the straps and clothing, for the bones, and for other details such as the hair and blood. I started off by painting in the lightest area of skin facing downwards to where the light would be shining up, leaving areas for the next tone which would be painting on a mid-tone, and then on top of that a shadow tone on the topmost part of the character. And this is creating a really intense and extreme form of upwards lighting, which I think looks quite effective. It's sort of like she's emerging from hell itself. The blood was just overlaid in sort of a medium red, and then I used quite a dark, almost dark brown color to add some shadows in the top parts of the blood. But otherwise the props and clothes and straps are all sort of in a grayscale because I didn't want them to take attention away from her physique, her skin, the blood, and most importantly, her extreme expression and features. To help with this, I created a really strong, rich orange in the hair, which I think brings the attention of the viewers upwards to her face. And then laying in that light orange in the bottom of the character, and you can sort of see that fiery hell light emerge as well when I add the orange to sort of overlay on the lighter area of her skin, which also adds some interesting tonal difference and contrast there. And then last but not least, going over the whole piece around some edges and some of the wet areas of the character with a white pen to add highlights. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. This is the result, my finished demon assassin. The thing I love most about this is so far from the first thing that came to my head when we came up with the demon assassin character. But because I decided to step away from doing some cool, tough demon male assassin or some sexy female demon assassin, I feel like the end result is a character that has so much personality and is really sort of breaking stereotypes and is something new and interesting and memorable, and I'm so ecstatic with how that turned out. If you enjoyed this process and you enjoy the character design process, make sure to check out my book, Draw with Jazza Creating Characters, which is on Amazon and some other bookshops and in Barnes & Noble and things like that. So the link is in the description. But in this book, I go through the 4 steps of the design process. I talk about different character types, how to draw males and females, the brainstorm sketching process, how to refine your concepts and fitting your characters into genres and world settings, working with character archetypes, and then of course the different ways of delivering your character concepts with head turnarounds and expression sheets, pose sheets and variant sheets, and I give a whole bunch of examples of each of them. So plugged over. Thank you so much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video and you haven't yet, and until next time, I'll see you later. Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe to my channel for new content every week. If you want to support my work and get some goodies for yourself, head over to my store for archives, ebooks, digital brushes, video courses, and more. If you enjoyed this video, here's a link to another video you might like from this channel. And if you want even more, make sure to check out all my behind the scenes action on my vlog channel, Daily Jazza. Draw with Jazza is proudly sponsored by Adobe. Join the Creative Cloud today and get loads of incredible creative tools like Photoshop, Animate, Premiere Pro, and other apps for your computer or mobile device. That's it for now. Thanks for joining the arty party, and until next time, I'll see you later.